I'm Maya Schwader. It's good to have you with us. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his country will not allow Iran to establish a military presence in Syria. This after an Israeli jet was shot down by Syrian forces on its way home from a bombing mission. It was one of a group of planes targeting Iran-backed positions inside Syria. Israel says it was provoked, a charge denied by Syria and Iran.
A burning Israeli F-16, shot down by the Syrian Air Force. Both pilots ejected. One was seriously wounded. Israel says the jet attacked Iranian targets in Syria after an Iranian drone entered Israeli airspace. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu insists Israel seeks peace, but will defend itself against any attack or attempt by Iran to establish itself in Syria.
Iran seeks to use Syrian territory to attack Israel for its professed goal of destroying Israel. This morning, Iran brazenly violated Israel's sovereignty. Israel holds Iran and its Syrian host responsible for today's aggression. We will continue to do whatever is necessary to protect our sovereignty and our security.
Allies of Syria and enemies of Israel celebrated the downing of the warplane. Fighters from the pro-Iranian Hezbollah group gathered on the border between Lebanon and Israel as Israeli soldiers looked on. The Iranian President Hassan Rouhani condemned the Israeli action in Syria.
If one country thinks it can get desirable results by boosting terrorism or bombarding neighboring countries, then it is making a mistake. We are ready to defend the security of the region, and we call on all other countries to cooperate in this.
The loss of the jet comes as Israel acknowledged for the first time an attack on Iranian targets in Syria.
Earlier, I spoke with DW's Middle East correspondent Tanya Kramer in Jerusalem, and I asked her how serious this confrontation is.
Well, indeed, it is one of the most serious situations we have seen here in the north for the past years, one very significant one, and also from the Israeli side, a very stern warning to Iran. Now, we heard Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He has been in security meetings all day with the army, saying that Israel will defend itself against any attack and any attempt to violate its sovereignty. Now, Israel has made it clear all along that it won't allow an Iranian presence near its borders, near the Israeli side of the occupied Golan Heights, either through an Iranian presence or through the Iranian-backed Hezbollah. So what is seen here is, on the one side, you see a show of strength, by all sides, by Israel, by Iran, by Syria. But on the other side, there are also calls for restraint, and some of the military experts here in Israel are saying that all sides do not appear to seek an escalation, but of course the tensions remain.
Yeah, it certainly seems like they're baring their teeth, to say the least, but Israel is now saying it doesn't want an escalation. Can that really be avoided in light of what's happened?
Well, I mean, Israel has always said that it doesn't want to see a presence of Iran in the area. Now, so they have set really clear red lines, and they acted accordingly. What is quite new here in this situation, I mean, Israel has carried out in the past many airstrikes against Hezbollah positions or against weapon transfers or other locations in Syria over the past years during the war in Syria. But usually there was not much of a response from the Assad regime. Now, the response now has been quite strong. And that's the new thing over here, which creates all the tensions. Now, Iran, Syria, they say we won't no longer tolerate Israel entering the Syrian airspace. So this is where, of course, all the coalition lies and the tensions are lying here.
Tanya Kramer for us in Jerusalem. Thank you very much.